Hello everyone, I'm Greg Luke, thank you for joining me, and welcome back to episode 189 of Factorio with Angels and Bob's Mods, where we have just been working for a couple of episodes mainly on our fuel or what's it called? Enriched fuel production. Mainly because we need it, or we want to use it as fuel for our concrete production, both for the trains and for our blast furnaces. So we do need some of it to actually be coming in steadily. And we just started producing or refining crude oil in this way with residual gas instead of just with gas condensates, which should help a little bit, I think. So we should just scale that up a little bit. They do produce the same amounts of fuel oil, so it should be fine. This just produces a little less naphtha. Then it does produce a lot more base mineral oil, and that could, of course, potentially be a problem. But base mineral oil, for now at least, is used for coolant and lubricant, which we are low on. But I don't think we're actually exporting the coolant yet. Nope. Lubricant? No, not either. So when these start being full, we will have a problem with our mineral oil. Just out of curiosity, is it used for anything else? Base, mineral oil, polishing compound. We can make it into synthesis gas, which really is our solution to all the backups where we can make it. Are we doing that anyway? I don't think so. Just have these two outputs and one input and two inputs. So let's get that set up while we're here and thinking about it. So we just needed a steam cracker for this. Whoops. And of course this should just be an overflow. Good steam them. I really hate that I don't have any of the titanium pipes here. I really should have brought those. It gives me a lot of trouble. Let's actually go and grab some. Also, I think we should start putting in worker robots to all these locations where we have a chest with stuff. That's not very describing, to be honest, but a chest with machines, Angels machines, that we will need at some point. So with a bit more fuel, we should be able to get this started so we have lime, and then it's all just back to this. And of course we need the reinforced concrete for all refineries for tungsten production. Or for purified ore production and then into tungsten production, really. And tungsten is just needed for more advanced science stuff. As far as I remember. Well, for the rockets we need to launch to make space science. What am I needing? The titanium pipe, of course. I think we have some... Wait a moment. I have a wagon on my train that contain these. I'm so stupid sometimes. All of this should be put into the chest as well. We have more than enough here, right? Yep. I just forgot. Oh well. I forgot the worker robots though. Dang it. Can we just go back, please? I do want those. Worker robots. Worker. We don't really need a lot, but let's bring 100 for now. Okay, now we should be done. I hope. Steel pipe, yeah, I think so. Seems like I've been given more stuff than I wanted. I didn't really want anything to go in there, other than what I put in, at least. But we have our titanium pipe, so we can get rid of all this mess that we made over here now. Okay. That's most of the mess gone here. So this is steam. We have not backed out on this yet, that's good. We need to connect these outputs. This was the synthesis stuff. And we can just burn the synthesis gas if we have too much at some point. So this should all be done. Steam is connected, good. We just don't have too much mineral oil yet, that's fine. All is good, I think. As long as these four are running, and why are these four not running then? What have we forgotten? The residual gas, of course. Oh, oil residuals, sorry. My bad. And we are turning that into residual gas somewhere. Right here. And that is not backed up, so that's good. Also, shouldn't we be doing that? These produce 40 per second, with the crafting speed of 1.5, so 60 per second. These take 100 every 4 seconds, 150 every 4 seconds. So that's what, 37.5 per second. So yeah, these can easily supply that, I think. But we're also exporting the steam, so we should keep this production. And we should have construction robots coming with these, that's good. Well, these can keep up easily, so let's leave it like this. So now these are working again. More fuel oil equals more fuel. So we should be producing quite a lot more now. We can even just have a look at that. 44 fuel oil per second over the last minute. 44, 45-ish. 46, 47. Going up. In the last 10 minutes it should be lower than that. $41. Okay, so it is slowly going up at least. Oh, we just had a dip. Well, that's obvious when some of the fuel oil was being blocked by oil residuals. I think this is all good if we just had some more pipe here. Easy peasy. Oh, let's roll. Anything else we should deposit here? Maybe just some more pipe and stuff. And then I think we're fine. Have we put all of the fuel up here into trains again? No, some have also gotten in here. Good. As soon as all the trains up here are actually full, it shouldn't be that big of a problem anymore. But the trains can hold quite a lot of fuel, so it will be a problem for a while. 100 in each train. And we only bring 250. So yeah, that's why. And I'm going to the wrong spot again. We could of course also just steal all the fuel from over here. But I'm not too worried about it. So these are backed up on carbon dioxide. We shall burn that. Which honestly sounds a little bit weird. Because you get carbon dioxide from burning stuff, but oh well. Good. So we have lime now. Then we need to mix that with our silicon in all powder mixers. Good, good. What is the other recipe for this? We need this in any case for the reinforced concrete. We could mix in iron ore and alumina if we wanted to. I don't really care. We need this recipe though, and we need this recipe. So let's get that going. So how are we going to power these? Are we just gonna put random power cables here? Maybe. I was also considering upgrading our lab research speed, just because when we actually need to research a bunch of stuff for rockets, I would like it to be a little bit faster. So we need 30 of these apparently. That's 30. I don't have that many powder mixers. Well, we can fix or fetch some of those later. Now we just need to put all of this into assembling machines, along with stone and sand and water, of course. Okie dokie. And it shall output a liquid. So we need a liquid in and a liquid out, really? Is that even possible in an assembling machine? Concrete should be in here somewhere. Apparently yes. Well, we shall just do it like this then. It's not like we're going to beacon this up anyway, so no worries. How much water do each of these need? 100 every 4 seconds with a crafting speed of 2. So 100 every 2 seconds. 50 per second, that's only a slightly more, or slightly less than one of these can produce. So we could just do this. We don't need them that close, I guess. This needs to be distributed into many more assembling machines. Those can at least be stuck together closer. I think we need to add some more robots here, maybe. Oh, we only have sheet coil, not actual plates. So we need to cut these somehow. Where would we want to do that? I mean, we're just gonna do it in an assembling machine with robots, but do we mess up one of our current lines, or do we add a new one? Could also do it up here or something. Sure, let's do that for fun. I'm gonna hate this at some point, but For now, it's fun. Let's grab a few more robots. For a total of 200. Just to make sure everything is running smoothly. And let's continue our lab research speed. So now we have reinforced concrete. If we just expand a little bit on this. Or we could just make a separate line, I guess, for normal concrete. Sure thing. Do we need more requester chests as well? Yeah, we do. And more inserters. Okay, so we can export your two concrete types now. I'm just considering if we could make, well, we can make our depots a little bit smarter. So I've from time to time been shifting resources down. Like this. But that just means that the rear wagon will be emptied faster than the front one, or emptied a little slower, I mean. Unless we're using a lot of resources. Whereas we could do this with some combinators and some wiring to make it a bit smarter. I think. So the general idea is let's actually power this and use something we don't require anywhere here, like belt, because I have a bunch of it. So all of this is just moved down now. And it's being brought back to me because I have personal stuff on. Yeah, it's all just being brought down. Which is fine when we don't have more than this, but if we had a train that had a wagon here that was not empty, then these wagons would be emptied out first. So if we need to compare each warehouse that the inserters are connected to, or are interacting with at least. We can't compare directly in a inserter, right? We cannot go if red higher than green. Or is that possible maybe? When we make it super simple like this. No, red apparently is not higher than green from this. We should probably just... So it's only red and the resource itself. We need to put it through a combinator to actually change the signals. It's not just me messing up the combination here, right? Red is this one. There's 100 or 200 against 50. So if 200 is more than 50, No. It is correct. If it would. It doesn't, obviously. So let's try again with a combinator. Good. If because we can only do the same comparison here, really. We could do specific comparisons, but that doesn't really help. So this won't output anything either, right? Nope. Neither if we change it. Nope. So these are just... Well, we could still compare stuff in those, but if we would use one of these, we should be able to take in... Why is this so hard? We could calculate the average of these and then output it to this and compare it to one of the warehouses. Is that what we need to do? We could also just take an input from one of the warehouses, negate it, and then compare it to the other warehouse in here. That might be the simplest thing, really. No, that has to be green. Otherwise it will combine. Does that matter? No, that's fine actually, I think. Let's just see here. We want anything, well, let's say each, multiplied by -1, I guess. That's negating it, and then just output each, I guess. So it's outputting -200 because there's 200 in here. If everything is below 0, because -200 plus 50 should be below. Then, oh, it is green. It just needs to be set up. So we can do this, then it equalizes pretty much. Takes a bunch of combinators, obviously. Whereas we could use one to calculate the average of them and only move stuff if we are below average. But then we could have a case where this is below average and this is below average, but does that matter? Not really. We do want to move things down as long as we don't block the train output. Just a thought. Let's try seeing if we can make that work. So input. Let's remove this. And this is supposed to calculate the average. Let's negate it. Oh, 24 is the normal train depot with 24 chests. But this should output the negated average. So we need to connect the output. These, and then everything is below 0. If the average is higher than the output of the inserter, it's the same as it's below 0, and then we are allowed to move stuff. So this is supposed to be green if it got some resources. So currently there's 350 in here. This has more than average of that, even if we add another 50. So this should not allow this inserter to do anything, right? Nope. Should, however, allow these to work, at least this one. The average is currently 125. That sounds reasonable. Remove that, it goes down. So yeah, this is a weird case where these are empty. This is way more full than this, but I think that's okay. I sort of like this. Let's save that. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. But we shall fix it if we experience any problems. Good. And we can put that on top of all of these now then. Except that we will then mess up our limits, but does that matter? Probably not. But unfortunately, that's all we have time for in this episode. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.